This is an absolute treat here during the holiday season to see such great hockey players here in the mall, the world's biggest mall, playing the funnest sport ever. The battle of Alberta ensues. It's Edmonton versus Calgary, center ice in the world's biggest mall. Your visiting team from Edmonton, give it up for the Swat Barbarians. And our good friends from down south, how about a big warm Edmonton welcome for the Calgary Valley Flames. Have a great day, you guys. We'll be here cheering you on. Can't wait to watch. In the meantime, hockey fans, rise if you're able to. Remove your ball caps. Enjoy our Canadian athletes as they sing the Canadian national anthem.
Alright folks, not sure what the connection issues are here, working on it, but face-off has, the puck has been dropped. We got 15-minute runtime periods here in the mall. So the Flames need to get out to a quick start here, playing against the Swat Barbarians. An Edmonton team, quite strong. I was talking to one of the parents earlier. They have, I think they're undefeated or one loss so far this year, so Bow Valley is on footing in Calgary. And hopefully the team can come out with a strong effort today and show this Edmonton team what we've got. Easton Ferd with it behind the net. He tries to move that up front, dangerously right in front of the net. Shot by the Barbarians wide. Swat in the on your camera screen or TV screen. Bow Valley wearing their black with red, orange, and yellow trim custom jerseys. Some custom numbers and names on them as well. It's kind of nice. Boys were pretty excited to have these custom jerseys available for the tournament. McMean's now back with it in his own zone. Fires it up here near side to Cron. Cron will look to get that deep. Stopped up at center ice. McMean's after it. He'll dump it up to the center ice line, or blue line rather, for the SWAT team. McMean's fires that towards the net. It's chipped there in the air, and now it will get out to the neutral zone where Pittman picks up. Pittman up to Gagne. Gagne will cross the blue line. It's offside on Bow Valley. They'll have a face-off just outside the blue line. out by SWAT, now across the blue line for the Flames. Held up there by Pittman. Pittman moves it up smartly. Down behind the net. Moved up here to lead by Roll. Roll loses possession and it'll slide down into SWAT territory for an icing call on the Flames. In front of the net, stopped there by Q. Moved up the near boards to Bevins and Roll. Roll kicks that free and we'll get it up to Delmage. Delmage moves it up down the ice into SWAT territory. Puck face off down in the SWAT zone. 10:36 to go here. Back, shot in on goal. Nice save by the SWAT netminder. Behind the net for Bow Valley. Hartel in there battling for it. He's behind the net now. He'll get that over to Lee. Lee hooks that over to Hartel. Hartel's shot. Saved by the SWAT netminder. Rebound there though, and Robson after it. Robson battling hard. We got Bird pinching in. Keeps that deep in the SWAT zone. Puck in front. Jordan stabs at it. Jordan Robson. Puck across now where Lee will hunt after it on the forecheck. This is the Barbarians. Puck now back into Bow Valley territory. Bird steps away, fires that up to Robson. Robson will skate that across center ice now into Barbarian zone. We've got a 2-on-1. Hartel and Robson. Robson roofs that high over the net. Stuck on the dasher. Hartel swipes it down. Keeps it in the zone. On the near corner, battle between four players there. Fired around to the half wall. Bird will pinch in and keep that down low for Bow Valley. Robson after it now, back to Nielsen. Nielsen will fire a shot, bouncer in on goal, scooped up and held by the SWAT netminder. Off the face-off, scores for Bow Valley, put the Flames up 1-0. Gagne skates that in for the Flames, fires it on goal, saves, steered behind the net by the netminder. Flames still battling now. The SWAT Barbarians will carry that out. Shot and a goal. Barbarians enter back quickly. tied up at 1 with 7 minutes to go here in the first period. Ooh, big hit there by Mason Dolmage. He'll be hitting to the box. And Bow Valley will be short-handed here. Mason in the box. Swat hitting onto the power play. In front of the net now, taken behind against the Barbarians. So it's 6:09 to go here in the first period. We've got a 4-on-4 hockey for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Just working on the connection here, folks. Hopefully we get live again. Nielsen with it in his skates, 4-on-4 again. Barbarians. Now Lee up there with Robson. Robson heads in for it. Looks like an icing call though on Bow Valley. Over the glass into the crowd. Puck's pushed down into Barbarians territory by Bow Valley. Puck in front. Good save there by Chu. Forcing Swat back in their own zone. Swat carries it up to the blue line, now past the red line, blocked there on the dump in attempt by McMeans. Swat carries in, still with the shot in on goal. Chu with the save, pops up in the air, still in front of the crease. Chu battling for it, picked up there by Bow Valley up to the blue line. Dumped in, Siegmiller does a nice job there. His messy impression, kicking out the leg there to knock that puck down. Carries in. Shot in on goal. Behind the net there. Cron with it. Cron and Bevins with the forecheck. Puck ends up under. Stops and freezes. Face off there down in the Swat zone. Down to the last minute of play here in the first period. Apologies for all the connection issues, folks. Hopefully we're on the right track here. Switching between Wi-Fi and hotspotting. Maybe we'll get 2 periods out of this game yet. Dalmage keeps it in there with Levi Roll. Now Beleni with it. Beleni over to Schweitzer. Schweitzer wasn't ready for the pass. There we go. Dumped in. Chu with the save. Beleni with it in his own zone. Looks for Bevins. Bevins misses that pass. Back at both blue line. Just about hitting the end of the first period here. Puck down the ice, and Bow Valley looks like we'll have an offside call, or sorry, an icing call. With the runtime in the game here, I'm not sure whether they'll have enough time for another face-off here with 4 seconds to go, and that'll do it for the first period. Quite a crowd here in the mall today. Shoppers in the mall today. Tough finding parking out there. Feel like we could sell our spot before we leave today. Number 2, Bow Valley Flames and the Swat Barbarians tied at 1. Again, runtime. Period number 2 starts here, tied 1-1. Again, runtime at the mall here in these games, so we'll have a 15-minute runtime period. Flames putting some pressure on, back to Bird. Bird takes a shot. High and just off the target. Schmate after it for the Flames in the corner, but the SWAT team will take it out of there. Hartel delays, allows Robson to get back on side. Hartel with the shot, kicked aside by the netminder. Hartel with it, it's for Robson. Robson with a shot, another one, kicked in front, still loose. Pulled out of there by the Barbarians. Still battling here. Bird will pinch in. Now Nielsen will pick up at the Bow Valley line. Hartel will chase in after it. It's fired around behind the net. Robson will look to cut that off, but the Barbarians carry it out. Hartel will pick up. Win that battle there, Hartel. As my own son is within earshot, I give him a little bit of encouragement. Barbarians dump that back in. Nielsen back for it in the Flame zone. He'll fire that up the half wall. Barbarians step in front of the Flames player there. Get it out front in the slot. Nice shot through. It blocked by Bird. Now the pass in front again. Robson will get there, down there after it. Barbarians putting some pressure. Now Nielsen will pick it up for the Flames. Nielsen finds Robson. Under Robson's stick. I think we'll probably have an icing call, and we do. Face-off coming back in Bull Valley territory. Face-off is one all the way down the ice into the Swat territory. Grayson Gagne after it hard. He puts that behind the net. Nolan Cron looks for an opportunity to get that out in front. Knocked away from the crease by Swat. Pass up to the Swat player. Bull Valley tracking back hard, and it's kicked in there. Oh, and we've got a goal. Referee calls that a goal for Swat. Looks like the Bull Valley player may have pulled him down, and in his slide towards the net, the puck ended up going in. Swat takes a 2-1 lead. Lee after it for the Flames. Flames looking to get back on even terms here as quickly as they possibly can, I'm sure. Lee pockets the Swat player there. Oh, and it's in the net! Lee with a shot wide, and the netminder trying to play the puck and knocks it in his own goal. That's a quick answer from the Flames. Bit of a lucky bounce there, but we'll take it. With the puck for the Flames. Bevins looks to get that into Swat territory. Chu kicks that to the corner. Swat after it though hard. Got a 2-on-1 down low, and Swat scores! Barbarians counter back quickly again. 3-2 for Swat. 3-2 Barbarians. Roll with it. Roll dumps that down into Swat territory. Dumped up to the boards. Bird will keep it in. Bird fires that back deep behind into the corner. Not quite behind the net, but deep into Swat territory. Dolmage battling there. And the puck is frozen for a whistle. Draw for the Flames. Dolmage and Bevins with them. Bird keeps it in, down to Dolmage. Dolmage with some nice angles. He'll fire that towards the net. Netminder makes that save, and it's cleared out of the front of the net by the Swat netminder. Quick rebound opportunity, fired on goal, but saved. Bird manages to get that in deep, ducking out of the way of the attacking Swat player. Swat players get tangled up there a little bit themselves. Now Levi picks that up, moves it across the blue line, no further. So Nielsen will track back for the Flames. Puck dumped high in the air over the net. Back in after, there's Hartel. Hartel and Nielsen looking to clear that puck out across the line. Now it does. Up to Robson. Robson's going to cut in on goal. Can't quite get an angle there and get past the defender for the SWAT team. Pass in front. Now back to Pittman. Pittman shot. Knocked down there by the defender for SWAT. Now poked off that stick there by McMeans. Carried back in by the Flames. Hartel will collect it on the half wall. Hartel with it. Hartel, can't find Robson there. Needs a little bit more muscle on that pass. Down the ice, and Pittman will watch that go for an icing call against the SWAT Barbarians. Just under 7 minutes to go in the second period. 3-2 Barbarians. Puck dumped in by the Barbarians. McMeans after it for Bow Valley. McMeans dumped it up the boards. The Barbarians defenseman will pinch there to keep it in. Puck dumped around here. Pittman after it for the Flames. In the corner. Hartel digging there for it as well. Now it gets out to Robson. Robson can't get it past the blue line here. Puck pops over Schmate's stick. And the SWAT team will turn it back up into Bow Valley territory. Oh, just kept in there by the Barbarians. McMeans back in his own zone. He'll look to get that out. Does just get out of the zone. And now pokes back in. Pittman up to Hartel. Hartel with some ice here. He'll make a move. Dumps it into the far corner. Schmate gets after it. Barbarians back into Bow Valley zone. In the slot. Backhand shot saved and held by Jew. But 5:20 to go here in the second period. 3-2 still for SWAT. Gagne with it. Gagne's pass is intercepted. He'll circle back behind the net to pick up the loose puck. Up at the blue line there. Siegmiller skates away with it. Dumps that in front. Jaden Lee after it for the Flames. Siegmiller now behind the net, I should say. In front there. Gagne just tried to pop that into the net, and the netminder made an amazing save. Dump it out. Nielsen back for the Flames. Passes that across. Gagne takes out a man. Now Gagne one-on-one. Cuts to the middle. Durrett's going to be some trouble on his hands here. Lee after it. Barbarians behind their own end now. Bird at the line. Bird fires that towards the goal. Netminder knocks that aside. Barbarians now look to break it out again. And the ref is going to call Gagne. Not a great call, in my opinion. Nielsen fires that up to the blue line. Kept in by the Barbarians. Dumped into the corner now at the right point for the Barbarians. Now fired down into the corner. Barbarians with it. Some time, space. Pull it out front. Swat controlling the puck here with the power play. Knocked down by Nielsen, but it doesn't get out there in the pass or shot by Roll. Big shot high over the net, wide of the net. Chu watches that all the way. Shot in on Chu, and he'll hold that for a face-off. Shot there, hit Barbarian player in front, I think. Now the Flames will dump that down the ice. 20 seconds to go in the short-handed situation for Bow Valley. Robson and Dolmage on the forecheck for the Flames. Up the near boards now. The Barbarians carry it up ice. Wraparound opportunity. Puck is in the crease there. Shoot that in on goal, and Chu will make the save and hold on for face-off. Down to 30 seconds to go here in the second period. Chu with the save, rebound. Shot is blocked. Do it for period number 2.
All right, after 2 periods of play here, the Barbarians lead the Flames in the Edmonton and Calgary Battle of Alberta. Third period coming up. Up next, North Vancouver is going to be playing the Salem Spurs. Stay tuned for great hockey here, entertaining. Happy holidays, everyone. Good luck to the teams heading into the third period.
Barbarians to bring that into Valley's territory. Cutting around, pass off the side of the net, ends up behind the net. Barbarians still have possession. Referee takes a tumble here. He's up. Levi now at the Dolmage. Dolmage skating in across the blue line. In on goal, Chu with the save, and he'll hold on. Bit of a poke there from the Barbarians. Barbarians step in, shot over the net. Rebound up to the near boards. Cartel battling after it. Schmate chasing, overskates the puck. And that's brought in offside. Face off one over to Yuan. It slips past him. He shot wide of the net. Puck up to the point for Bow Valley, but not out. Barbarians do a good job keeping it in. 12 and a half minutes to go here in period number 3. Puck is caught up on the dasher there. Pass around to Kron. Kron gets to the point but no further. Pass around behind the net. Schweitzer will go after it. Schweitzer battling there with a couple Barbarians. Up to the blue line and kept in there nicely by the Barbarians. Still in the zone. We've got an odd man rush situation for the Barbarians. So Valley able to scramble that to the boards, but it's back to the point and shot gets through. Another one back to the point, another shot gets through. Both wide of the net. Now it's Bird will carry that out. Sorry, that's Siegmiller, my apologies. Siegmiller carries that out up to the neutral ice territory. McNeans chops that away and it's now swatted out by Graydon Belleni. Belleni over to Schweitzer. Schweitzer loses the handle. Blocks the pass now up to Grayson Gagne. Gagne will skate it across the red line into Barbarians territory. He's still got that puck on his stick. One against about 3 or 4 players there, it seemed like. Easton Bird slaps that puck towards the net. It's deflected wide. Now Siegmiller after it. Barbarians dump that around to the far boards where Bird will keep it in the zone. Now Gagne over there to help out, but it's poked out to the center ice area where Nielsen picks up. Dolmage carries in, dumps it in behind the net. He'll get in after it. to the point, but smartly held in there by Perd. Now Jaden Lee battling. Lee will keep it in momentarily. It's now back to the point. Perd slaps it into Lee. Lee helps it down a little bit deeper in the zone, and now we'll have an icing call against the Barbarians. Off over to Dolmage. Dolmage with a shot. Stabbed away by the netminder to the corner. Back to McMeans. McMeans shoots that off of Lee. Lee goes down like he... Yeah, that's been a pretty good game, yeah. Yeah, been a close game here this afternoon. Back to the point. In there by Bow Valley. The Swat Barbarians will pick it up and dump it down the ice. Another icing call. Eight minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the third period. Winston Hartel fires that home. I got caught watching the play instead of the puck and the camera, unfortunately, but Winston did fire it off the post, bounced off the goalie's back, I think, and then found the back of the net. Three tie. Schmid after it for Bow Valley. Barbarians in their own zone after it now. Intercepted there. Ewan dumps that in front to Hartel. Behind the net now, Cron. Oh, no, it's Ewan. Now comes Barbarians back in after it. Shot in on goal, and Chu makes the save. Holds for a face-off. Off one to the boards where Tron turns into pressure. He'll pick the puck up and fire it around the boards. Swat will be after it first. And we're going to get a penalty against Bow Valley again. Not a great penalty, in my opinion. Bit of a soft call there, but the referee must have seen it differently. Now Bow Valley shorthanded. We've got 6 minutes to go in the third period. And Cron does a nice job pushing that puck down the ice. Still forechecking there. No one's doing a great job killing some time off the clock here, not allowing the Barbarians to set up and break out. In on goal, shot high up over the net. Puck dumped out to center ice. Chang for it for the Barbarians. Cron will intercept that pass up. And he'll look to get that deep into the Swat zone. Approaching 5 minutes to go here in the third period. Still tied 3-3. Just under 1 minute to go in the penalty against the Flames. Bird with it. He'll dump that back in, but the Barbarians will pick that up and carry it out to center ice. Move now into Bow Valley zone. We got an odd man rush here. Good stick by Bird to intercept that pass, but it doesn't get out, just to the blue line. Now Cron will find Siegmiller. Siegmiller tries to find Cron back, and they're both tired. They both probably need a change. I think they've been on the whole penalty kill so far. Time to get a change there, Nolan. Done a great job on the penalty kill. And that's pulled out of there by McMeans. McMeans somehow manages to hit the player. Approaching 4 minutes. Levi roll after it. 2 seconds to go in the penalty. And then we'll be back at 5-on-5. Back to the point here. Barbarians with it. Big shot through. Off McBeans and into the back of the net with 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go here. Starting on goal, saved by the Barbarians netminder. Face-off scrambled back by the Barbarians behind their own net. Poke free now around the boards. Delaney has that puck taken away from him. Chu with a nice pad save there. Schweitzer now back after it for the Flames. Schweitzer fires it up to Bevins. Bevins will carry that up to the Barbarians' blue line, but he can't get any further. It's taken away from him and moved over to the right-hand side of the ice. The Barbarians will look to just clear it in and kill this remaining time off the clock, I'm sure. Oh, the Barbarians player steps by, shoots it wide. Barbarians look to keep that deep in Bow Valley territory with under 2 minutes to go now. Come on, boys, let's go. Gotta get it out of there, Bow Valley. Get an offensive opportunity here with minute 43 to go. Barbarians circling. Now up to the right point. Shot through, wide of the net. Chu had a line on it the whole way. Evans looks for Gagne. Now Robson. Shot wide. Siegmiller in after it. 1 minute to go in the third period. And the goalie is out of the net. Easton can't quite keep it in the zone there. We're at a 6-on-5 for Bow Valley. Barbarians will clear that out. 35 seconds to go in the third period. Grayson will look to get on the end of that. It's just up to the blue line there. Barbarians keep it, now dump it down into Bow Valley territory. We're down to the last 14 seconds. One final opportunity here, rush for the Flames. And
Player of the game for Swat, number 16. Player of the game for Calgary, Nolan Crow.
Hey folks, probably be on my phone again tomorrow for the game live streaming. Wasn't able to get a new attachment for the camera, so